Hi, my name is Rick Patterson. I want to introduce myself and let you know a little bit about me. I've been a self-employed entrepreneur most all my life. When I was 9 years old, we used to live in apartments, and my father opened up 7-Eleven stores. That's what he did for a living. He'd go and set them up and put people in them and manage them, and then move on to the next one. So we did that early in the early 60s. And so as a kid, he would come home with boxes of comic books. And those comic books were just a sheer delight. They were last month's, but they were new to me. And so we lived in an apartment complex, and one day I was sitting out just looking at my comic book, just going through this box of stuff, and kids would come by and see these comic books and see what I was doing, and just fall to pieces of wanting to get a hold of these comic books. So some kids would say, you know, can I have it, or can I borrow one, or can I use one, or can I read it? And you know, I got to thinking, I thought, no, because they may take off. I don't know these kids that well, and they no telling what they'll do. So I'd say, no, I'll trade you in something. I'll either sell them to you. Of course, I knew they didn't have money, but I will trade you something. You know, go get one of your books or your old comic books, or one of your toys, or whatever it was, anything of value, because I knew how I had something of value, and that somebody wanted, and these kids especially, they wanted what I had. And so I got to be pretty good with trading off and selling some of these comic books month after month. So one day I got this kid that was really desperate for a certain series, and I had all the latest series of this one comic book, like Spider-Man. So what I did was I had like 12 to 15 books that I had saved up, and put it together as like a collector's item. And I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I thought, well, you know, that's pretty cool, pretty good to get all the Spider-Man movies together. I mean, Spider-Man comic books together. So what I did was I told the kid, I said, you know, this is a lot here. Let me just sell them to you. I'll sell them to you for $2. Of course, $2 back then was a lot of money. And so I said, he said, well, no, I can't do that. I don't have any money. I don't have any allowance or anything. I said, well, tell you what, take me to your bedroom and let me look around at your toys, and then I'll see something I like. So this kid said, you know, he wanted these comic books so much that he took me up on my offer. So we went into his house. I walked into his bedroom. We looked around, we talked a little bit, and I saw this phonograph, a portable phonograph player that I really, really wanted. And back in the day, you know, this didn't plug up. You could just pick it up, and it had batteries to it. So this was a huge find for me, and I really, really wanted this. So we made the deal, and I took that phonograph back to my apartment, got to my room, set it up, got some albums out, and started playing. And a little while later, somebody knocked on the door, and I heard a woman's voice. So I went out, and the lady, this kid's mom, was talking to my father, and she said, "Is your son Rick Patterson?" I said, "Yes." He says, "Well, he just made a trade with my son, and I'd like to get our portable phonograph player back." So that kind of ended my monopoly on phonograph and getting what I wanted. But the reason I brought that up, as an entrepreneur, especially a self-employed entrepreneur, there are so many opportunities out there for you to make money. And I learned this as a kid at 9 years old about the simple principle, which I didn't know at the time. It's a simple business principle called supply and demand. Well, I had the demand coming to me. I had the supply, which is my comic books, and these kids were out there wanting to know, wanting to know about the latest whatever happened to the superhero, and in these comic book series. And so I learned that simple principle about supply and demand, and getting what you want by giving them what they wanted as well. And that's the purpose of my video series here. I've named it Self-Employed, The Journey of an Entrepreneur. And a lot of you are wanting, like myself, and I've been doing this for years, but a lot of you are wanting to become self-employed and enjoy the freedom of time and the ability to be paid for what you're worth, what you think you're worth, rather than what others tell you what you're worth. So I'm going to talk more about that. But right now I'd like you to do a couple of things before I end this video. Number one is subscribe to this video channel here. And by doing that, you'll get notification of the next series or the next video that comes out as I put them up. And I'd like to share my journey with you about being self-employed. And second thing I'd like to do is invite you to click the link below. Now this is going to be below the video here in the description box. You'll see a link. A lot of people have asked me, Rick, how are you making money online? And I've made money, lots of money, offline in all kinds of businesses, and I'll share those stories with you further along. But they want to know, how are you making money now online? So what I'd like to do is to share that information with you. I want to know what you think about this opportunity. I've gotten to this opportunity just recently and has really changed everything about how I market online, how I share information online, and how to share it more effectively. And hopefully I've done this effective communication with you in this video. So I just want to share that with you. Click on the link below, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and come back, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again. This is Rick Patterson.